Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being patient. We are back. A little bit of a issue there with the red flag. 3 desyncs, unfortunately, and 1 hit, which is unfortunate. So we will get some racing up and away. So thank you everyone for being so patient with us. And we will be getting underway very, very shortly here at Silverstone round number 17 for a 100% race. So we will go from the quali results because we didn't hit the 7th lap quota. And unfortunately, we didn't get over the 7 lap quota, so we couldn't have gone on those results. So we do go from quali results. I know it's been a little bit unfortunate for a few people, but yeah, we'll be back very, very shortly and underway for a 100% race around Silverstone, which is 52 laps. Don't forget your setups. Right. Hopefully I can get this done in 2 hours because I have to be somewhere at midnight. Okay. Right. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to all the viewers. We did have big viewers earlier on, but then due to that red flag, that put a bit of a spanner in the works. But we are about to get underway and get ready. So here we go. 5 red lights at Silverstone. What are we going to see? We're going to see action. Yes, we are indeed going into turn number 1. A little bit of a change on the strategy there. Thunderbolt's taking out P1, and I think China's dropped from P8 there. I don't know if there's a bit of a glitch or a bit of a drop off there, but China's gone all the way down to P12. Don't know if a bit of a game freeze. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But Thunderbolt's out in front in P1, Sick Paddy in P2, J-Man in P3, Claire in P4, Faded in P5. We've got drama at the back as Woofer's gone round again. We've got a bit of drama in the midfield as well as Renuri and White Wolf are going at it side by side. A lot of action already on this race. We've got the 2 kicks down there in P13, P14. What has happened there to China? I swear he's had a screen freeze there. A lot of drama, a lot of debris falling off the track there. China's having to move out the way. Oh, it's all going on in this midfield pack. Remember, guys, this is a long race. This is not skill. He's having serious problems here, China, and he's dropped again down to P17. I think he's having glitching problems there. I don't know what's going on there with China's car, but keep an eye out. Yeah, there you go again. Then he reverses back. So screen freezes. That's what's happening. Oh, that is so unfortunate for China. We've got Thunderbolts and Sick Paddy in P1 and P2. We've got J-Man in P3, Claire in P4, Faded in P5, Resby in P6, Paul and Hell looking ready to go around the outside there and get the job done. Edge up into P8. A really good start from him. 3 desyncs. Then we've got Skydive Blue, and then we've got Mad Poo, White Wolf, Filthy Orange, Vrooms, Coops on Sticks, David, China, and Woofer. But China keeps having serious screen freezes, which is a bit of a shame. Ready to get the move done. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. I don't really want to figure that more. We'll have to wait and see. Let's have a look here. We've got Thunderballs in that P1. Tick Paddy, yes, it is a rule. 3 syncs has always been a rule. 3 syncs within 5 laps, and they all desynced on lap 3. Thunderballs in P1, Sick Paddy in P2, J-Man are your top 3 at the moment. Let's have a look. Going a little bit further back down. We'll just keep an eye on China. It's really unfortunate because he's screen freezing all over the place. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Unfortunate if it is the host issue there. Yeah, he's going down to 3.1 as well. A little bit of drama. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it for the time being. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if this is a host issue or not, but it could be. It could be indeed, because China is having serious problems here. Screen freezing all the time down there in P18. He's actually gone from 3 seconds to 5.3. So I have no idea what is going on with his connection at the moment. But at the front, Thunderball, Sick Paddy, and J-Man really going at it. We've then got Claire in that P4 position. Claire, the only car in the top 5 on those medium tyres. We've got Ranieri on those mediums, Coops on Sticks on those mediums as well, and also Woofer. And China just seems to keep falling further and further back. 7.2 seconds, 6.9 now. Making a little bit of time, but there's the screen freeze again. So having serious issues for China which is not helping at the moment. Hopefully things do change. Just keep an eye out on the lobby at the moment. It should have been a red flag. It was three desyncs within 5 laps. But yeah, we won't keep going on about that. Thank you. Right, Sig Party at P1, Thunderballs in P2, J-Man in P3, Claire in P4, and Faded are your top 5. They are all in the DRS. It is. It's in the rules. With please stop asking me that question. It's in the rules. It says desyncs. If there's 3 desyncs, where's it got removed? I'm arguing with the TP about a rule which is in the rules. Hang on, where is it? It's in the rules. It says 3 desyncs. He didn't desync, it was 3 other people. Okay, we'll continue. Has Claire desynced? I don't know if Claire's desynced or not. Yeah, Devon screen freezes as well. Oh, wow. What's going on here? There's desyncing everywhere. Screen freezes everywhere. I'm just finding out what's going on with some of the drivers. Hang on, I'm just reading some things. Just enjoy the stream for a minute. I have to invite you. Hang on. There we go. Right. No, it wasn't. He didn't audition it. Okay, well, we're going to continue at the moment and see what happens. So Claire has joined. China, is he still having screen freezers problems? 16 seconds is... he's still having the same problems again. He's still having screen freezers. Yes, okay, thanks. Right. Okay, well, we will continue for the time being and just see if this does improve at the moment. We've got the 2 going out there, Thunderballs and Sick Putty in P1 and P2, J-Man in P3, Edge in P4, Faded in P5, Resby in P6, Skydo Pablo in P7, Paul and Hell in P8, White Wolf in P9, Filthy Orange in P10, Ranieri in P11, Madper in P12, David in P13. Then we've got Coop. Yeah, I know. It's just two drivers at the moment, which is frustrating. But I don't know what I can do about screen freezes. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's on them or on me. I've got no idea on that. Yeah, I've seen that they've all been having screen freezes problems at the moment. Vroom's getting a 3 second time penalty at the back there down then P18. I think he's having it as well. There's a lot of screen freezes problems. I don't know if that's because they're on PC. I've got no idea. So, yeah, a few drivers having screen freezes problems, but most of the rest aren't. Faded in that P5 position, putting pressure on Edge. 5 laps in, 6 laps in at the moment out of 52. We've got Resby in that P6 position. He's being pushed on, a bit of pressure there from Skydo. Skydo looks like he has lost that front right plate. He is going to go for a move though on the Mercedes driver of Resby, who's reserving tonight. So we'll have to wait and see. No, there isn't, Russian. There is no rule for screen freezes. We're looking on board at the moment with Skydo. Skydo in that P7 position. A little bit of drama going on at the back there as White Wolf down there in P9. He's putting pressure on Paul and Hal. Ranieri down there in P10. We've then also got Filthy Orange back down there in P11. Everyone in the DRS, but there is starting to gaps to fall at the front. Thunderballs and Sick Party have pushed in a 1.2 second gap there to J-Man. Down there in P3, and then we've then also got Edge down there in P4, and he's 3.2 seconds behind J-Man, with Faded Menace right behind him. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that to see what happens and see if that battle will unfold at the moment. We got Claire. Claire's left the session again. I will send you one more invite, and then after the third, Vrooms is now retired, so he's called it, and he's retired into the pits, unfortunately. So I don't know if it's got too difficult for him, and he's had to retire. But let's have a look here. We've got Paul and Hell in that P6 position. I'll jump on board and get Claire in again for another invite. No, completely disappeared from here. Okay, there we go. Mad Poo, 3 second time penalty. A little bit of drama going on there. Ranieri in that P10 position. Resby in P11. David in that P12. Claire falling all the way down. Vrooms has gone. He's left anyway. We've got Claire down there in P16. China down there in P17 having serious problems with the screen freezes tonight. Woofer and Madpoo in P14 and P15. And we've got Coops on Stickers in P13. Doing a great job. Will he get in points again? We'll have to wait and see. Thank you very much for the cheers. Appreciate that, Baboon. And thank you very much for the cheers again. But yeah, good to see. Hang on. What's going on here? Oh, you're going to constantly cheers, are you? Okay, alright. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. China has left this session. That means I need to get a screenshot of this. Can someone get a screenshot of lap 8? If they can, that would be absolutely amazing. Print screen. And we are going to have another red flag. And we're going to go to a 50% race. So this is very unfortunate. Another red flag. It's not a red flag. It's the host. What? If the hobby host disconnects, automatic red rule removal. If the lobby host disconnects, automatic removal. This rule has been permanently dismissed, becomes delete with the removal of the one playing the session. Alright, okay, well, we're just going to monitor it then and see if we can get China in, because it has been removed. That rule has been removed, so we'll just see what happens. If it is unplayable, then we'll obviously be able to change it around at the moment. But yeah, I'm looking at it at the moment, just trying to find out what's going on because we're having serious screen freezes. Claire, I don't know if she's back in. Drama tonight. Drama tonight. There you go. There's another invite, Claire. Wow. Drama going on in this race tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thunderbolt's in that P1 position, then J-Man, then Sick Party. So they are your front three. Thunderbolt's actually dropped J-Man to 2.8 in that position at the moment. Okay, right. Let's have a look. Trying again. Let's send another one. There we go. Alright, there we go. Thunderbolts in that P1 position. J-Man in P2. We've got a bit of drama at the back. Mad Poo is out. He's called it and decided to retire. That's unfortunate for Mad Poo. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, I will jump on board when I've got them. Let me have a look. I think it's W. No, can't. Where is you? You're not the China on the weekend. Just bear with me, guys, a minute. I'm just losing a little bit of the stream. I need to get China in, but he's not coming up on here. Where are you? There you go. Okay, right. There we go. Back onto 11 laps out of 52. J-Man in that P2 spot. 4 seconds behind Thunderbolts. Broken Sick Party's front wing some laps ago, and that's how he was able to pull away. Okay, all right. Bit of drama there. Hopefully that's been noted. I haven't been able to keep up with it because I've had loads of other things to do. So I do apologise on that. We've got White Wolf down there in P10. Battles are starting to form and a few gaps that we are seeing there. 10 seconds between Skylo and Faded Menace. A very good spot here for both Williams with Sick Party. Does look like he has he's got serious pressure from Edge, though, looking to make the move. Sick Party does have that damage, so Sick Party will probably come into the pits in the next few laps and serve that, get that wing changed. Okay, alright. Alright, we'll have to wait and see there. Obviously, Thunderbolts, I don't know if that's been noted. We'll have to look at that. I haven't seen it, so I'm sorry I couldn't catch it. Edge doing the fastest lap, P3. Now right on the back of J-Man. Alright, cool. Good to see there, Dita. So there is no drama there between Thunderbolts and Sick Party, a little bit of lag. Is that the incident? Or because I'm just looking at the moment, get to lead it. Yep, sure, no problem. There we go. Okay, so we've got J-Man 4.2 seconds out behind Thunderbolts at the moment. Edge really put the pressure on. We'll jump on board with a lap of Edge because he really is putting the pressure on. He does have Sick Party behind him, staying in with the DRS at the moment as we are on intervals, so it looks like he's probably 4.7 seconds, but he's 4.8 seconds to the leader. As Edge coming into Maggots and Beckett's very well there with the ERS. So run about a good chunk of ERS will get the move done on J-Man, as J-Man doing a great job, a lot better in the last few weeks. He's had a very interesting couple of weeks. Does Edge get the move? No, he doesn't get the move down. there. But a little bit of a move going on behind as Fader does get past his teammate of Sick Buddy into that P4 position. 12 laps out of 52, ladies and gentlemen. It's all hitting off now. Wonder if J-Man will bin it. We'll have to wait and see. Two-door. It's been a lot. Mad Poo has left the session. He's done and dusted as he has DNF'd, and we'll have to wait and see there. But 4.7, are these guys going to work together to try and catch up to Thunderballs, who looks like he is in control of this race as it stands at the moment? 13 laps out of 52. We'll have to wait and see. Edge, will he get the move done with the DRS? He's got Faded right behind him and Sick Party as well. Good start for the two Williams drivers as Edge ready to pounce and make a move on J-Man, or not. We'll have to wait and see there. Doesn't look like it. We're going to see it there. Got a lot of percentage of the battery, so good drive by those two there at the moment. J-Man 60-70% battery. Then now we've got Faded and Sick Party. We'll just look here to see if Faded is actually pulling in on Edge. 1.1 at the moment. 1.5 tenths with Edge and J-Man as Claire does the fastest lap on those medium compound tyres. Does a 130, so good start there. Down then P15, unfortunately, with the desync earlier on. We then got J-Man in P2. Edge putting the pressure on. Does he go for the move with the DRS? I reckon this will be easy done there. Yes, he does. 4.5 is the gap to Thunderballs. 4.4 now. 4.5, 4.4. Just moving around a little bit there. And we've got Faded in that 8/10th gap to the bottom of J-Man and Sick Party trying to keep up with the DRS. At the moment, a good position for the Williams to be in. There's an 11-second gap between Sick Party and Skydo, and so they're in a good spot at the moment. Obviously, he will lose a bit of time due to that front wing bit of damage that happened earlier on. That is going to be hindering his race a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see at the moment. But going into J-Man, J-Man is 8.5 tenths. He'll ready to pounce on J-Man. And J-Man will try and stay with Edge as much as he can as possible. That gap is still a 4.5, so keep an eye on that gap. We'll go a little bit further back down into the midfield. Paul and Hell in that P7 position does have that penalty though, so he does have a 3-second time penalty, same as Wolf. So they are going to be exactly under the same threshold there. As White Wolf is 1.1 behind Filthy Orange. Filthy Orange in that P8 position in the DRS, managing okay. Those guys will keep pushing as they do. White Wolf out of the DRS. Resby has left this session now, so hopefully we can get him back in. That's one. God, guys are leaving the session tonight. Really unfortunate. There you go, Resby. There's your invite. Hopefully you can get back in. Sky Pablo getting a penalty now. So that pushes Sky Pablo into 3 seconds as well. So P6 and P7 both have penalties as they're both in a nice little battle there as Paul and Hell gets past and Skylar Pablo stays in that P2. Does have no front right plate. Same as Sick Party. Resby's back in. Good to see. We've then got Filthy Orange in that P8 position, managing the ERS, managing the DRS, low on the ERS though, on lap 15. And we've got White Wolf down there in P9, 1.9 seconds out of the DRS at the moment. David doing the best he can, keeps on sticks down there in P11, managing his own tyres, managing his time. Good job done there. Jumping onto tyres, keeps on sticks on the medium, so he'll be able to go a little bit further than them softs. Then we've got Woofer at the DRS, unfortunately Resby due to the connection issue there, so hopefully you can take control of your car. Please let me know if you can't. Flick it into the chat. Then we've got Ranieri coming to the pits on 15 laps soft, so bit early, but we'll have to wait and see if he's going to go for the undercut. That could be the situation there, because he actually has gone on to some soft tyres, so maybe soft medium. I don't know. I don't know if he was on the mediums before. China, not the race for him tonight due to those screen freezes. He'll be very, very frustrated. 29 seconds behind 21, 19 seconds, 18, sorry. 17, it keeps going down even further. 17 seconds behind Ranieri. Anything could happen in this race, though. We have seen things happen at the moment. But the battle between Thunderbolts and J-Man, it was Edge, but Edge has now lost out and back into that P3 spot, is 4.6. It's not increasing. Hasn't increased, hasn't really decreased much. It's actually increasing, 4.7. So those guys really having to work together with their DRS and their ERS and try and work together as much as they can as possible. Okay, right. Just checking chats and everything. Just checking everything's all good. Okay. There we go. Back over to Twitch. Right, 39 people tuning in. Thank you very much, guys. Let's see how we're going at the moment. It's not much going on. Thunderbolt's in the lead. 4.8 seconds. He's now pushing that to a 5-second lead. We're still seeing the DRS battle there between J-Man and Edge. And yeah, working together, not working together. We'll have to wait and see here. But Faded Menace still in the wings. 1.084, bringing in the DRS now of 9.5 teams. Paul and Hell getting the job done on Skydo Pablo for that P6 position. As Skydo goes round, pushes him off track there. That will be looked at. If he does gives the position back, we'll have to wait and see. Hasn't really lost much time, but that will be looked. Lap 17 noted. Skydo Pablo. Okay, right, put that in. I caught that. Set of Thunder is working well. It is 5.3 out in front. He's actually extending that gap. Nice little battle going on here between J-Man and Edge, and they're trying to work together to try and pull in that gap. Doesn't look like it's working for the time being, but we'll have to wait and see. There. Okay, right. Right, just making sure everything's all good. There we go. Back up to the Twitch stream. There we go. Setup done. It's working well. Yes, it is working well. Clio, obviously a bit of work there from McLaren. 17 laps out of 52. We're not at 20. We're not even halfway through yet, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Edge in at P2, J-Man in P3, Thunder in at P1, 5.1. He is in control of this race. His teammate Ranieri has decided to pit, go on to the soft compound tyres. Is he going to go for the undercut as everyone is still having to pit? He's 55 seconds behind though, so it doesn't look like we will see that. We'll have to wait and see. Anything can happen in this race. Resby down there in P15 with a desync, and also China early on with the screen freezers. So they're not having the best of nights as of yet, which is a little bit of a shame, really. But I can't control screen freezers, unfortunately, which is a bit frustrating, I know. We're going a little bit further back through the pack. Nice little battle here between Coops and David. Coops on those mediums, putting a little bit of pressure on the Red Bull driver there. So we'll have to wait and see how that's going to go. He's obviously on the better tyres. Are those softs starting to go? We'll have to wait and see. And then we're going to go further back up through the top of the field to see how they're getting on, as we're seeing a few gaps there. 2.5 second gap there between White Wolf and Filthy. Filthy in the DRS of Skyto. So massive opportunity here for Filthy Orange to try and get some points, as Skyto does have quite a few pins. 6 seconds already. White Wolf on 6, Paul and Hell on 3, and Ranieri on 3 as well. As we're going to see Skyto look to make a move on the Red Bull. Doesn't make a move, and is doing okay. Does have that damage to that front right plate though, so that's going to be hurting him. Filthy Orange though is now starting to reel him in, so we'll have to wait and see here. Skydo on 50%, Paul on 25%, Filthy Orange on 38%. So ERS a little bit across the board here between these three guys, but we'll have to wait and see. As Filthy Orange in a great position with a pen, with no pens. Skydo getting another one. That takes him to 9 seconds of pens. We saw him yesterday get quite a lot of pens. So this is something that's a learning a curve for him, a learning opportunity. He is a new driver. Good to see him on track. But yeah, really got to keep those pens down because it's not going to help you. Putting on that P6 position, we have 6 seconds. Sick Party to his teammate. So he's really fallen back with that damage to that car. Faded Menace, 2.2 seconds. He's fallen back from J-Man. And J-Man is hanging on to Edge at the moment. We are seeing that gap though. It's only 5.1. It hasn't really increase between Edge and Thunderbolts. It's actually staying at that 5.1. So we're starting to see Edges maintaining the gap to the Mercedes driver. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But first of all, what I'll do, I'm going to jump on board for an onboard with Filthy Orange. So over to you guys to enjoy a lap with Filthy Orange. Okay, well, we're about to see Filthy Orange finish off his lap at the moment. As you can see here, he's getting closer. He's a little bit far back. He does make up a lot of time. And he now comes into the pits. So there we go. Job done. And he'll have to follow Paul and Helen. So Skydo Pablo continues. And we'll have to see how that goes at the moment. So Edge has lost a little bit of time, 5.5 seconds to Thunderballs at the moment. We are seeing some pit stops here. Sick Party getting that wing change. That will help him. We know he's got some serious pace. We'll have to wait and see as David goes past. Coops on Stick goes past on better tyres for the time being as well. The guys still continue on those 20 lap softs. P6 to P1. And we are going to see these guys all coming out in the mediums. Look at that. There's a Red Bull, a Kick, and a Williams all together there. Very, very professionally, very well done. Good job there, guys. China miles behind at the moment, but anything can happen, and it's just basically capitalizing on as much as you can and doing the best you can as well. And he knows that he had a very, very good few weeks. Tonight has not been the night for him. Resby as well with that disconnection earlier on. Filthy Orange getting into a battle there with Sick Party, and they will try and work with each other with that DRS. As you can see, they are right behind Claire, and Claire is on those 20 lap mediums, so she'll push on as much as she can before making that pit stop. With Skydo, her teammate for tonight, in that P5 position, but does have those pens. Look at that, 9 seconds of pens. So if she can keep it clean, then she's got a good opportunity of getting some good points, as Pablo gets another one. And he gets a 10-second coming into the pits. So the penalties are 19 seconds before you even get into the pit lane. So, yeah, a little bit more care on the track, my friend, and you won't get as many pens. 19 seconds of pens. is quite a lot of pens, and you're obviously going to serve 10 of those maybe later on if a safety car does come out. So you're still going to have 9 seconds of pens, which is going to be difficult to go. We've now got 4 cars still on the soft compound tyres. Keeps on sticks still continuing. Woofer still continuing. Claire still continuing. Paul and Hell on fresh. Sick Party on fresh. Filthy on fresh. White Wolf on fresh. Ranieri doing as much as they can on them softs, but is coming out to a lot of fresh guys on fresher tyres, so it's just battling as much as he can. And as you can see, nearly loses it going behind White Wolf there. Does he make the position? We'll have to wait and see. Yes, he does. Gets onto the softs a lot quicker for the time being, but those mediums will start to get up to temp and they will be a better tyre. Ranieri on 7-lap soft, now going to be pushing on to Filthy Orange. Now, big one. All 3 into the pits. Thunderballs, Edge, J-Man, and no, Faded continues. He continues to go again. Paulie has damage apparently. Let's have a look at that car. No damage. No damage to the car apparently, so that's good. Back on to intervals and Thunderballs onto the mediums. And Faded Menace going for the overcut or undercut. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like it's going to be the overcut here. And he's going to be pushing on. How many laps he's going to push on in the Williams? Fantastic drive. We've got yellows. And that's Claire that's gone off. And she then have gone into the pits. So that is, they're going to call it on those mediums. Still quite early. You can go a little bit quicker than that. Awesome. There we go. Into the pits. And no penalty. But any damage to that Aston Martin? Let's have a look. She'll probably go onto the softs a little bit early, don't you think? 22 laps and push them out to at least 30. But we'll have to wait and see. And she's going to get on to another set of mediums. Okay, another set of mediums. Interesting to see. That means that she's going to have to do another stop later on. So she's obviously thinking that there's going to be another safety car. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Faded leading the way. 16 seconds in front of Thunderballs. In he comes, the leader. And let's see what's going to happen here. Where is he going to come out? Thunderballs is coming to the pits. Thunderballs is coming, round the corner into Stowe. Faded is in the pits. Edge is now just coming into Stowe. And then you've got J-Man coming around into Stowe. Faded now in his pit box. Thunderball's coming round the final corner onto the main straight. Gonna take P1 again. Faded now coming at the pits. Edge now coming down the main straight. J-Man coming down the main straight. Faded still not there. You can still see Coops and Sticks in the background. Is he going to get out in front of Faded? Yes, he does. Faded now comes out and he is 12 seconds behind the leader on fresher tyres. So Coops on Sticks will probably go another few more laps, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Good strategy for the Alpine driver. He's only 3.6 seconds away from J-Man, and Faded is 2.2 behind Coops. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. A little bit further back down the pack, Sick Party in that P8 position, battling Paul and Hell, Filthy Orange down there in P9, Ranieri 1.5. He's pulling in Filthy Orange now. As we're seeing a nice little battle there with Paul in Hell, and Sick Party goes around the outside. Does he go for the move? They do not want to hold each other up. They want to work to each other. They've got too much of a gap to Woofer. So they want to work together, not against each other. As Paul and Hell looks to make the move, going into Cups. No, stays behind. Very nicely done there. Resby doing the fastest lap there with 1:30.949. Then we've got Sick Party in that P7. Woofer in that P6 still needs to pit. Coops on 6 still needs to pit. We're just going to look at those pit stops at the moment. There we go. Stops. So we've got Coops on 6, Woofer, all needing to pit still. 25 laps out of 52. We are halfway through this race nearly. Just a little bit more. 25. We're at 50. So we've got 2 more laps to go and then we are halfway through. So 27 will be halfway through, ladies and gentlemen. So at the moment, we've only had 2 retirements and one of those was both of those were DNFs into the pits. So, No retirements on track, no incidents on track. Early on, a little bit of a few insufficient racing room, but we'll have to wait and see there at the moment. Everyone looking pretty good. Edge keeping up 5.1 gap to Thunderballs again on the medium tyres. Thunderballs looks in control at the moment. Edge in that P2. J-Man following very, very closely behind. Then Faded 6.7 behind them. Coops on 6 losing out to Faded due to those fresher tyres on 24 laps. Same as Woofer, 6.7 seconds behind him. Six Party, 3.4 seconds behind him on fresher tyres, 4-lap mediums. Paul and Hal on 4-lap mediums as well in the DRS zone of Sick Party. Filthy Orange just keeping in with that DRS zone at the moment. 9.5 tenths. Could lose if he's not careful. Taking it very nicely through Maggots and Beckett's there. Great job. Still only just in the DRS there. White Wolf down there in P10. 3 laps, 2 seconds behind, but gaining on Filthy Orange. And we'll have to wait and see how that's going to work. Does have that penalty. Ranieri trying to stay on board. He is on those 10-lap softs, pushing on at the moment in a good spot to be in. Scarlo Pablo behind with a lot of pins, unfortunately. So we'll drop all the way down to P14 if it stays like this. Then David, unfortunately, down there in P13, not having the nights that he normally has, but we'll have to wait and see. Things can change very, very quickly there. Claire down there in P14, having that incident early on before she went into the pits. And then China with the screen freezes tonight, just a painful night for him. And Resby with a disconnection earlier in P16. And Edge getting very, very close to J-Man, looking ready to pounce and make the move through after Maggots and Beckett's down the main straight. And so far, so good. These guys having a great night. Edge in P3, J-Man in P2 as Edge makes the move. Job done into P2, and J-Man will stay, and them two will try and work together and gain, or try and put the momentum on Thunderballs at the moment, who is in that pole position, 5.1 seconds. It does drop a little bit, and then he loses it, and then he increases it. So a little bit of an interesting situation going on there with Edge and J-Man. If we start to see it around about the 4.8s, then we know that they're making time on Thunderballs. But keep an eye on that. 27 laps out of 52, still plenty of time. A little bit further down, keeps still in that P5 position, 2-3 seconds behind Faded. He's got 6.8 second gap to Sick Party, so he'll be happy with that. He does have to pit though, so that'll be the interesting thing to see if he'll be able to push on at the moment. And then the rest are, very, very close. Nice little battle here between, obviously, Filthy Orange, Paul and Hell, and Woofer, who's getting close to Sick Party. And then a little bit further back down, we've then got David and Ranieri, which is a bit of a 10-second gap there. White Wolf putting the pressure on Skyto Pablo there for that battle. And then Filthy Orange putting the pressure on Paul out. So a lot of pressures there. Well, here we go. Look at this. 4.8 seconds now. Thunderballs is dropping that ERS a little bit. Edge and J-Man really starting to work together now. We're not seeing anything on this lap. Looks like Edge has really pushed on there. 4.8 seconds. Still got good battery, but is in the 4s now. It's been the 5s the last few laps, but it's now in the 4s. So we can see that the towing and the working together with the Haas is making them get closer to Thunderballs. Are they going to be able to do it before the end of the race? We'll have to wait and see. Remember, these guys are only on 5-lap mediums, but they are bringing down that gap heavily by 4.5 seconds. So keep an eye on it. When we get to 3, then we'll start to worry what's going on. Faded 8.1. Coops into the pits. 27 laps on those mediums. And where is he going to come out? That's going to be the question. It could be, well, it's going to be, I reckon, yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it looks like P12. No, P13. And so David's going to get him here, but he is going to be on quicker tyres. So we'll have to see what happens there. Time got up 4.8. Still in the 4s though. So keep an eye out on that for the time being. We've got J-Man in third, 3.5 tenths Doing a good race, really good race for him. Let's look at some position changes and see where these guys have really changed. Each making up 13 spots. Good job from him tonight. One vote for driver of the day, definitely already. We've then got Filthy Orange up 7 spots. Could be 8 depending on Paul and Hal or anyone else getting penalties. And we've got David and Kooks on sticks on 5 each at the moment. Biggest loser of the night, unfortunately, is Claire and China. 9 and 14 spots lost. And we get the big 5-0, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. 50 viewers tuning in to Division 6 on a Tuesday night. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love the support, guys. Thank you very much. Right, remember, we're still trying to beat our target of 2,000 before the end of the season. So keep them coming. 1,863 followers at the moment. Still quite a few to still get through. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Anything can happen. Thunderballs, 4.6 seconds out in front. 4.7 now. 4.8. Around about 4.9. He's pushing on a little bit now. He's probably using a little bit of ERS in some areas to try and push around to that 5-second gap. 5-second gap is a comfort blanket, really. It's a real good gap to have. Keep him within that 5-second gap, you'll be pretty happy. Because if you get a 3-second penalty, then you've still got 2 seconds to play with as well. So, yeah, pretty good to see, as he has put it to a 5.1 gap there. But they do drop it down to a 4.9. So these guys are really pushing to try and catch up. But it is catch up. That is all they are doing, is playing catch up tonight. So, yeah, unless anything happens within 22 laps, which is coming up very, very shortly. Left of this race as Thunderballs comes around the final corner to push it into number 30. And there you go. They have done 50% of the race. Yes, they have. There you go. 22 laps to go, Mika. So feel free to jump on and get some comments. And guys, remember, if you want to jump on board with someone, feel free to jump on board and I'll jump on board them. Phil, welcome to the stream as well, Miko. Thank you very much for following. Feel free, if you are a driver and a racer and you want to get involved, join the Discord. Right, anything changing in this midfield pack at the moment? We are starting to see the same guys at the moment. Thunderballs, Edge and J-Man are your top 3. Great night for the Williams so far. P4 and P5, Sick Paddy with that damage earlier on that may have hindered his performances tonight. He did seem to have the pace here, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Faded in a great spot, but he is 9.2 seconds back from J-Man. So let's see if he can pull in that gap. And tyres, there you go. There's your tyres, Muzzy. And yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of a break. I'm going to jump on board with White Wolf for a flyer. So as you can see, he's in the visa. He's got the penalty at the moment, but he's in a nice little DRS train there between Filthy Orange and Skydo Pablo in that P8 and 7th position. And Pablo trying to push on to Paul and Hal as well. So there's like a 3-way battle going on here, which is good to see. So enjoy the battle as he gets another penalty and he's getting it in the same spot every lap. And if he gets it every lap, he will be a DSQ'd from this race if this continues. So keep an eye out on Skydo Pablo. But yeah, keep an eye out on White Wolf, because White Wolf is reeling these guys in and we'll be able to push on in the next couple of laps. As we've seen, Paul and Hal has just lost it there. And, Ranieri hits him up the backside. Oh, there's a lot of drama going on there. What happened there? Paul and Hal lost it. And then Ranieri has just gone right behind him and smacked into him and lost his front right plate. A little bit of drama here on that 31 out of 52. Just a quick drink and boom, drama. Right, okay. No safety car on that one, guys, which could have been serious problems there for Paul and Hal. He will not be happy with that. He's lost his front right plate. But I don't know what happened. I think he lost it there. Lost a bit of traction coming out the corner. I don't know. Sick Paddy, 3-second time penalty. Oh, that's not what he wants tonight. Concentration started to go. Maybe Big Ash. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Bit of drama though, bit of drama. Always love to see it, but no, a little bit unfortunate there because wasn't in a real good position following the DRS, working with Filthy Orange. Filthy Orange now back into P9. He's going to be putting the pressure on Woofer. Ranieri does have that damage. Will he pit and go on to another set of softs or mediums to the end of the race? We'll have to wait and see. Will they work out for the safety car? That'll be the next thing. Let me just put that in. I'll put a little prediction in there now, guys. Will we see? Ooh, will we see a? Oh, can't spell. Sorry. Will we see a safety car? Boom. And Ranieri's in. Alright, we'll go in 10 minutes. There you go. 10 minutes vote there for a safety car. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. 9 minutes, guys. Get your votes in. Get your predictions in. Will we see a safety car? Yes or no? 32 laps out of 52. So 20 laps. 20 laps of racing remaining, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a very interesting night. A very easy night for the top three. They have just ran away with it. Really do feel sorry for China tonight with the screen freezers. He's doing his best. He's in a point spot. He's going to get 1 point at the moment, but he will be very, very frustrated as Paul and Hell drops down into P15. Resby down there in P16. He'll drop another spot. So China actually gaining another spot there. 18 seconds. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in this race. We saw a little bit of drama there earlier on. We've seen Skydo with quite a lot of pens, 22 seconds of pens. Filthy Orange with a 10. White Wolf with a 6. Sick Party with a 3. Ranieri with a 3. And Paul and Hell with a 3. So a few pens there, guys. Few pens, which is interesting to see the latest. J-Man and Edge still going at it. Are they reeling in Thunderballs? Not really. 5.4 second gap now. Was around that 4.8. Thunderballs has got quite a fair bit of ERS. He's maintaining the gap, maintaining ERS as well. And Edge and J-Man are just switching around with the ERS. So it looks like it's going to be a P2 and P3 battle between these two 4 points. And yeah, this will definitely be one to watch because J-Man will definitely want to win. He'll want to take this to Edge whenever this is going to happen because he's been in some incidents which has caused DNFs, and unfortunately he's been out of a few races due to that. So he'll definitely want to pick up the points going into this, because going into this, just letting you know, there we go, 277 points was Datora, and Datora is not on the grid tonight. Edge is in P2 at 246, Thunderballs is 239, China 205, Sick Party 193, David 174, and J-Man 153. So a little bit of a battle going on there, which is good to see. So keep an eye out on this. He's going to have to want to really try and stay with him and use him to the end of this race. And they will be able to. I do believe that these 10 that pushes them to 20. Yeah, I do believe they'll be able to go to the end. I think these mediums will be able to go to the end. Yep. P1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, everyone will be able to go to the end on these tyres, unless anything happens in the closing stages of this race. So everyone can finish on these tyres, which is great to see. Maybe the softs, though. A little bit of trouble with the softs. We'll have to wait and see there. 20, 34. Gonna be close. Going to be very, very close. We'll have to wait and see. Let's go a little bit further back down. What we got going on? There's all these gaps now are really starting to fill out, really, which is a little bit of a shame. We've got no gap. We've got no battle. The only battle that we have got, ladies and gentlemen, is J-Man. J-Man and Edge. Everyone else is spread out completely. China 1.4 to Woofer, pulling them in at the moment, so that's getting quite close. But yeah, everyone is spread out at the moment, and I'm going to go through the grid while we're on that note. So 35 laps out of 52, Thunderballs in P1, Edge in P2, J-Man in P3, Faded in P4, Sick Party in P5, Scotto Pablo in P6, White Wolf in P7, Orange in P8, David in P9, Coops on Sticks in P10, Claire in P11, Woofer in P12, China in P13, Ranieri in P14, Risby in P15, Paul and Hell in P16, and unfortunately we have lost Madpoo and Vrooms earlier on. So, pens, that will be the next one. 3 for Sick Birdie, 22 for Skylar Pablo, 6 for White Wolf, 10 for Filthy Orange, 3 for Ranieri, and 3 for Paul and Hell. So a little bit of drama and a little bit of a change all the way through from P6, 7, 8. P5, 6, 7, 8, yep. As Paul and Hell gets a 10-second for ignoring blue flags. Oh, that's a big one. And Thunderballs is right behind him and he didn't get out of the way. Ouch, 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 ouch. Big one there for Paul and Hal. And bad to worse for him tonight, unfortunately, with the incident early on, which will be looked at by the stewards, but he's now a lapped car. So he will not be happy with that because now he's going to have to try and stay with the leader as much as he can, or he can't overtake him. So Paul and Howard is looking to finish in P16 or P15 or wherever, depending on DNFs or anything happening in the closing stages. Since that's happened, though, we've seen 4.8 seconds between Edge and Thunderballs now. So did he lose a little bit of time due to that blue flag, or is he easing off a little bit? We'll have to wait and see there. 97% battery for Edge. It's 95% for J-Man. So these guys just working together, really. Working together, trying to bring in that gap down. As we're seeing Woofer being overtaken by China. China up in a P12. Good spot there. As Risby is out. Risby is out and that's pulled out a safety car. Ooh. Don't we love to see it, ladies and gentlemen? That is it. Risby is out. Everyone's going to get points. Paul and Hal is in a real good spot here because if Thunderballs goes in, Paul and Hal can go round and then pit and get back into the race. So Paul and Hal, mate, you have been given a lifeline, but what are we going to see here? We have penalties all over the place and we are bringing everyone back into it. The safety car thing is going to be deleted because it hasn't finished within the time frame. So we'll be getting all your points, guys. Thank you very much indeed. And we've got a safety car for the remainder of this race. And I'm going to complete all these because you all received your points. So congratulations. Just updating that. And, well... yeah, interesting to see the first retirement of the night on track, and that's Risby. Not on retirement on track, but out of this race. And that is Risby out, Madpoo out, Rooms out, 15 to go. And, well, a mixture of tyres we're going to see here. Look at this. We're going to probably see a full grid of soft compound tyres because they will be able to go to the end. They can do 23 laps round this track. Ooh, don't you just love a bit of drama, ladies and gentlemen? Love a bit of drama. And this is not what Thunderballs wanted because he was leading this. He was in control. He had a good 5-second buffer. And now he's got to give it all back to the top four because every single person from P5 down to P8, then from P12 down to P15, all have penalties. And Skydo has gone into the mediums and has not served any of those penalties. What do you do in Skyto's position here? We'll have to wait and see. Am I staying up for the release? Well, to be honest with you, I've got a busy night because I've got some baby kittens coming to the house in 1 hour, which is going to be great fun. So I'm going to be up all night with them. But I do have it downloaded She is downloading at the moment. I think it's on 5 hours. I would show you, but I can't. Wouldn't look good because I'll lose the whole stream. I think it's 5 hours. No, I don't want to lose a stream. I don't want to lose a stream. That's not fair. Yeah, I can't unfortunately allow that, Uncle Morty, but I get what you're saying. 4 hours, yes, Russian. 4 hours for me, mate. 4 hours to go, and then she's downloaded, and I will be a proud owner of F125. And yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing what it's all about. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be good. Guys are still asking us, are we still continuing on F124? I'm afraid we are. We are requesting. Okay, right. Well, we'll be investigated then. We'll investigate that. Lap 37. Time. Oh, okay. There we go. No need to talk about. All right, woofer. Background check on the woofer. Okay, so woofer has he's got several family members that are drivers. If you heard of the Maloneys, there is about 3 of them or 4 of them. Woofer drove for Alpine last season. Then I think he got the jump and then jumped into Ferrari. Was a Division 5 driver, then dropped down to Division 6 driver. Has equivalent to 57 points for Ferrari. He's done 11 races. His best is P5 twice. He's qualified. His best is P10. And he's got 3 license points. Great guy. Real good person to talk to. And yeah, look forward to seeing him again next season. And yeah, he's improved. He's improved a lot. He is the only Ferrari out there tonight. Obviously, Nadal's out. But yeah, no, he's got a lot of family that play the game, and he's in a few other leagues as well. But no, good person to have in Rush, and no, wish him all the best for this season and next season. There is your background check. Oh, Walshy, I've seen your name a couple of times, mate. Not seen you put your name up to race, even though you are in the league. So, unfortunate to see that, mate. I want to see more people get involved, and also more people get involved for next season for F125. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are your penalties. 3 seconds for Sick. 6 for White Wolf. 25 now for Skyler Pablo. He is going for the record at Silverstone, but that will not be the record because he will be DSQ'd. And if I was you, Skyler, if you are tuning in and you are listening to me, I would pit and serve your penalties, because if you give another one, you could be in serious trouble. Filthy Orange with the 10. Will he serve it? Interesting. Anything to lose, PA? You're going to fall the way back down to last P15. Yeah, you probably keep track position. Ranieri with 3 and Paul and Hell with 3. I know we didn't want a safety car. I did, to save the voice, save the old voice cords. We are on lap 39. Oh, Skyler Pablo has actually pit. Sorry, he has pit. He just didn't serve his pen. Interesting to say the least there, ladies and gentlemen. All right, White Wolf has left the session, which is not good on a safety car restart. So let's get that man back in. Where are you? There you go. No more desyncs now. Hopefully that will be good. We do have 39. We're coming up to 40. So we're going to have 12 laps of racing. He did. He just had more than on 10.6. Oh, right. Did he? I didn't think he did. I thought he had 25. He obviously had 35 then. Interesting. Safety car coming in this lap, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to get interesting now. 12 laps are going to be remaining of this race. As you can see, Thunderballs is leading the way. Edge and J-Man have been trying to catch up with him tonight. They don't seem to have the pace, but this is a massive, massive opportunity for them to then catch him up. Edge is definitely going to want to push on here. This is the guy he is fighting for in the championship at the moment. Also Totoro as well, but Totoro is not here tonight. So big opportunity opportunity for these guys to bring in some points. And we're going to have 12 laps of racing remaining to see how we go. Right, Thunderballs, how are you going to take the safety car restart? Right. And he's gone. There we go. Off we go. On the Thunderballs, then Edge, Dairyman, Faded, Sick Party, White Wolf, Skyler Pablo, Filthy Orange, Keeps on Six, Claire, City, China, David, Ranieri, Woofer, Paul, and Hell. And White Wolf, I have sent you an invite, mate. What is going on? We're going to lose everything if I don't. I don't get in anymore. Interesting. I've sent you one. There you go. There's another one. So should be able to get in. Can you not take control of your car on that 40 out of 52? That is a joke if that is the case. Right, Thunderballs out in the lead already. 1.3. He's pulled the gap to Edge. Edge just does not seem to have the pace tonight to stay with him. In that 1.3 second gap to 1.3, and it looks like J-Man is going to be the one closest to get to Edge tonight. Faded and Sick Party within the DRS there. You got Pablo 1.3. He's fallen out the DRS. So is Filthy Orange. Claire's in the DRS, so Filthy Orange. China in P9. What a night for him tonight. He's had a massive opportunity to get back into the points here tonight. So don't underestimate China. White Wolf in that P10, falling further and further back down. Coops on Sticks in that P11 position. David in P12. Ranieri in P12, 13. Wolf in P14. And we've got Paul and Hell in 15th, who's going to have another opportunity of this race from what happened early on. White Wolf dropping again. Coops on Sticks getting through up in the P10. White Wolf down to P11 now. Thunderballs with the fastest lap with a 128. Edge 1.6. He's nearly pushed it to a 2-second gap. Right, White Wolf, let me know if you can't get in still. I've sent you 2 invites. I'm going to send you one more, and that is your lot. I keep sending them to you, mate. If you're not getting them, let me know. Communicate with me in the chat, please. No, you've completely gone offline. Have you gone offline here? Where are you? There you're there. There we go. There's a PlayStation 1. There you go. Sent you an invite. Hopefully you can join, get in. But there's a 1.9 second gap to Edge and Thunderballs at the moment. He looks like he is out and about and ready to go. I get the invites but can't get in for some reason. Well, you need to see if you can take control of your car. I don't understand why you can't get in. There's only one seat left, and that's you. So you should be able to get in. At the moment, you will get 1 point. You'll only get 1 point. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Unfortunate to lose someone right at the end. Don't understand it. Very unusual. Thunderballs in P1 spot at the moment. Edge in P2, J-Man in P3, Faded in P4. J-Man getting closer to Edge, lap 41 out of 52. Faded getting close to J-Man. Sick Party getting close to his teammate. A little bit of a gap there between Sick Party and Skylo, though. Skylo and Claire, though, in that P6 and P7. China now putting the pressure on and getting on to Claire in the DRS. Everyone is in the DRS apart from Skylo Pablo. Skylo Pablo is at the DRS. Sick Party is in. Faded is in. J-Man's in, and Edge is out. So at the moment it's Claire, China, Filthy Orange is out, Coops is out, David and the Red Bull, David of the Red Bull, Woofer has made a bit of a mistake. Ranieri's going in the middle, a little bit of a battle going on here at the back, which is good to see. Ranieri trying to go for the move done on Woofer. Does he get the move done? We've got yellows at the back, and that looks like that's White Wolf. He's fallen all the way down into P14. So don't know what's going on there. David down there in P15. Has he had a bit of an incident? Looking at the car, I think his front left is gone. Let's have a look. Yes, it has, front left. So we had a bit of an incident maybe at the back there, which we've missed out. Paul and Hell back into P13, back into an opportunity of getting some points. Does have that penalty. Ranieri putting the pressure on. Woofer really trying to push on at the moment. Has no front left plate again. Lost it again. So he's going to be very, very quick down the main straight. So you can see down there now getting the job done into P11. going into Stowe, getting the job done there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. A little bit further back up, we've got China into P7 now, and putting the pressure on Claire in that P6 spot. Claire 2.5 seconds behind Sick Party, but still battle going on here. We're going to jump on board with Faded and see if he can reel in the Hash driver of J-Man. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get back into it. We've done a background check, we've done everything. We've got 51 people tuning in, 44 laps out of 52 at the moment. Faded Menace has dropped down into P5, Sick Paddy into P4. He's going to be pushing on. Who is the quicker driver out of the two Williams drivers at the moment? It is Faded Menace. Does have that pen though, Sick Paddy, so that will hurt. J-Man really trying to put on the pressure. We'll just jump off the leader because that's the reasons why we couldn't see it though. So Faded Menace staying with his teammate at the moment, staying with each other. What they really need to do is Sick Paddy needs to be able to push on. Faded needs to be able to hold him up, and then he keeps that P4 spot. That'll be the question. Claire 2 seconds behind Faded at the moment. So a little bit of leeway there at the moment. But China is putting the pressure on, and I believe that China will get the job done pretty soon. He is 3.5 tenths behind Claire. We look like we've got the screen freezers sorted. He will be relieved that there was a safety car because this has really helped his race. He's gone from last to 7th, and he is definitely going to be one for discussion for driver of the day as well from what he has been through tonight. And yeah, that'll be an interesting conversation. David getting a 3-second time penalty as well. Edge, 1.3 second gap. He's brought it down. It was 1.5 nearly to the 2-second mark. It's now 1.3. So Thunder's burnt a lot of ERS. He's now saving a bit of ERS. We'll have to wait and see. Thunder Killer, mate. Afternoon, mate. How you going? 54 people tuning in. 55 people tuning in to the closing stages of Silverstone tonight. Let's go. Let's push it in. 73 is the number to beat, ladies and gentlemen. If you beat 73, oh, well, that'd be absolutely amazing. Let's see if we can do it. We've got 55 people tuning in tonight. J-Man in that P3 spot. Edge in that P2. We've got Thunderballs in P1. 1.1 now. Edge is really pushing him now. He is really trying to push for that lead. J-Man in that P3 spot. Who is going to win this race? It's going to come to the closing stages, I do believe. We're up to 59 now, ladies and gentlemen. We got one more and then we hit the 60. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Invite your neighbours. Invite everyone you can. We've then got Faded Menace in P5, pushing the pressure on for Sick Party. Pole for race winner. I can do a prediction. Yep, what do you want to do? Let's have a look. Who do you want me to predict race winner? We're going to go... Who will win this race? Oh, hang on. This race. There we go. Put that vote in. We've got Thunder... We got Edge, we got J-Man, we got Faded, or we've got other, because Sick Party does have the 3 seconds. How's that? How is that? Ooh, hang on, there we go. There we go. And we'll go 5 minutes. There we go. There's your prediction. Done and dusted for you, Thunder. There you go. All right, 1.2 there between Edge and Thunderballs. We've got J-Man in that P3 spot. Sick Paddy in P4. Faded in P5. Claire in P6. China 8.5 tenths behind at the moment. Nice little battle going on there. We've got Paul and Help and the pressure on Ranieri. And also Woofer putting the pressure on Paul and Hell. White Wolf 12 seconds back. He has lost it. I don't know what's happened. Tried to get him in. Looks like he is going to finish in P14. He will finish P14 because he has done 75% of the race. J-Man has a 15-second after the race, so it can't be J-Man. So that's not going to happen. Thank you very much for that, Bolt. Really appreciate it. We then got Edge, so it's going to be out of probably 4 people, so you can't vote him. So do I need to revote that vote? Maybe, but we'll have to wait and see. This is on track anyway, so we'll leave it for the time being. 47 laps out of 52. It's really getting close now. Edge is putting everything into that car to get to the back of Thunderballs, and Thunderballs can see it as he has a bit of a mistake. He's getting under pressure now. 8 cents. Edge is nearly in the DRS. Has Thunderballs stuffed this up in the final stages of this race, ladies and gentlemen? J-Man is doing as much as he can. Faded has lost the DRS. He's 2.2 seconds. Six Bunnies, 3.5 tenths. Claire has caught them up. China's caught them up. They've worked massively together to catch them, and they have. And China could even finish in the top 4, ladies and gentlemen. As we're seeing a little bit of a move going on for Claire there. Claire goes on the outside. We're getting a little bit of a battle for the Aston Martin and the Williams to get the front. We're going to jump on board with these two because they're going into Maggots and Beckett's. But we can see here that Thunderballs is under extreme pressure from the Mercedes-Benz on lap 47. That's how long it's taken him. And he's going to go for the move. Here we go into the lead of the race. Does he get it? No, he doesn't. Thunder kicks the position. Edge goes off track and smacks into McLaren. That could be looked at by the stewards, but we'll have to wait and see. Everything is going okay so far for that 47 out of 52 at the moment. Edge in that P2 spot. Thunderballs in P1. Sick Party losing out to Claire. Claire goes around the outside. Look at this. This is a 3-way battle. It's all going on here. We're going to jump on one of China. China can see one in front of him. He's got Claire in front of him. Sick Party's kept the position. He's got the 3-second time penalty as well. China has dropped Faded Minutes. Faded Minutes has dropped down into P7. He may have got squeezed there. We don't know what's happened there, but he has lost out massively. China into P6, ready to pounce on Claire. Got a lot more ERS. No, he doesn't than Claire. Claire is really going for it. She's going to go around the outside. Does she get the move? No. Yes, she does. They're going to go somewhere so Sick Party. China nearly goes into the back of Claire. It's all kicking off here in this P5, 6, 7th battle, which is great to see. We're going to jump on board with China again, and then we're going to go back on board with the battle between the McLaren, the Mercedes, and the Haas. I am going to lose my voice by the end of the tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let me have a quick drink of H2O. There we go. China gets a 3-second time penalty. So we'll definitely not get driver of the day now. That is gone. Claire is going to go for the move on Sick Bunny. Gets up into P4. Have they battled too much? China is trying to go for the move around the outside. Takes it around the outside. We've got Faded Menace in there trying to help. Sick Party's holding on to the position. Great driving by these front 3, top 3, bottom 3, middle 3, of Sick Party, China, and Faded Menace. Great little battle going on here. Edge still in that P2 position. Thunderballs in P1, and it's still going on. J-Man staying in the wings. We've got 3 laps of racing remaining, ladies and gentlemen. And who have you voted for? Thunder and Edge are the main ones. So everyone's gone for Thunder. Great decision there. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, it's really kicking off at the moment. Edge is putting the pressure on. We are going to go to driver of the day very shortly on lap 50. And feel free to let me know who your votes are, because Edge is definitely one of them. And I think Coops on Sticks could be another. He's done a phenomenal job making up 9 spots and keeping out of trouble. does have no penalties as well, so we still make another spot. And yeah, great drive from Coops on 6. 2 races in a row, he's in the points. So good improvement with Coops on 6 in the Alpine. Massive drive from him. But here we go. We've got the battle going on here between Edge and Thunderballs. This is it. This could mean business. We are coming to the closing stages of this season. No, it hasn't been sounded yet. No, it's either Edge or Coops on Sticks, but I haven't done it yet. I'm about to do it now. Thunderballs. I don't know. He got the pen. That was the interesting thing. You know, he's. I know. It's the safety car helped him though. Yeah, it's a tough one. Hang on. No, not J-Man. No, unfortunately not J-Man tonight. It's going to be Coops on Sticks. Coops on Sticks has done a good job. You know, he's made up 9 spots. He's going to make up even more because of the pens. He is 5.8 seconds behind P8. And he has made up, there we go, 9 spots. Because he's from P1 to P1. You know, that's great, but, you know, he's had a great drive, but he's going to hold on to it now, because that's boring. Yeah, I do agree with that. That is boring. Let's do, we're going to do a poll. We're going to do drive of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Driver of the day, and we're going to go Coops, and... this is tough. I'm not being biased. I don't want to be biased. I'm just trying to think here, because China has had it. I'm going to give it to Edge because he's got no pens. That's the only reason that Edge is going to get it. That's why. Only reason why. Right. So we've got 3 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Start your poll. So driver of the day is out, and I'm going to vote for my man there because he definitely deserves it. There better not be a bias like all Mercedes drivers voting for Edge there, because I will remove the vote. It needs to be across the board. 50 people tuning in, guys. 50 of you tuning in. We need 50 votes. Let's get 50 votes. There is no excuse. Let's get 50 votes. And don't vote because you're on the same team. Be honest. Yeah, he's done a great job. How many driver of the days has he got this season as well? As Thunder, we've got drama as I've completely lost it here. Thunder's got broken wing. We've then got Edge in P1 at the moment. We've then got J-Man in P2. They're going to go side by side. Is Thunder going to lose this race due to the last incident here? He's going side by side with the Haas, and this is not helping Thunder at all. J-Man is holding up Thunder. Thunderballs is going to lose this spot. He's going to keep P2 because J-Man does have a penalty. But is J-Man going to cause problems and get on to Edge now? Because he's got closer. They are all in the DRS at the moment. We're on the last one more lap to go, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go. This is it. Edge has got 1 lap to get this done, and he's got J-Man behind with a lot of ERS. I think Thunder's out of this. I think he's gone. He's damaged at wing, and that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing he's damaged at front wing, and I'm looking on board, and he has. He's got no front right plate on the last lap, and that is massive here. And here we go. J-Man going to put the pressure on Edge. Who is going to take the wing on track? He does have a penalty behind him, but let's have a look and see how we go here. So Edge coming into the final corner of Sector 1. Then getting through, going to get onto the hangar straight. Will J-Man just save and burn at the end there? This is going to be the question here. Let's have a look. We are saving down the hangar straight. Edge, not that much battery. This could be a problem for Edge at the moment. Thunder's running low on fuel. Interesting to see there. We've then got Edge in P1, saving battery. J-Man really saving battery. Sick Paddy in that P4 position, but look behind him. He's got Claire, China, faded, and that is it for the time being. Coops has dropped down to P10, so he's lost a little bit of spots there, dropping back into Filthy Orange. J-Man now, quite a fair bit of ERS. He could actually take the win here from Edge. Here we go, down the main straight, all the way down. J-Man's going to burn everything. Why is he not burning? Why are you driving on none on the last lap? Insane! Insane driving there. Why are you not burning and overtaking him? Like, do not understand that. Completely confusing there. On the medium, on none. Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. But Thunderballs will get P2. Claire does get P3. And yeah, interesting. Yeah, it seems it to me. That will be, yeah, that is interesting to say the least. I will say that. Right. Well, a lot of drama, a lot of people going off in the chat. Don't we love to hear it? Don't we love to see it? Mm. Hmm. Interesting. I'm not going to say anything. We'll let the stewards. Well, we'll let the stewards look at that. We'll look at the stewards on that. Yeah, we'll let the stewards look at that. We'll look at the last 2 laps will be investigated by the onboard steward. But let's jump on board and have some quick interviews, because I think this is going to be me. I'm going to have to go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just jump on board. Let's have a look. Right. Okay. So. Okay. Huh. Well, that definitely saved it. Not. I'm just trying to have a look here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Right, it's all updated now. So I'm just gonna quickly just go through these results very, very quickly there. We've got Edge taking out P1, J-Man taking out P2. On track does have that penalty as well. Thunderballs taking out P3. Then we've got Claire. Then we've got China with the fastest lap with a 28. Great drive from him where he did start. And then we obviously lost Vrooms, Madpoo, Resby, and White Wolf will get the point in the end because did do 75% of the race. Just need to find out who got third due to the pen, because the pen's already there. So, pardon me, got indigestion. All right, so let me have a look very, very quickly. There is a pen to serve. I know that for a fact. Let's have a look. So 15. So we're going to put that in. All right, and then that moves Claire. So Claire will jump into the Chicons box for the first time. All right. Ooh, let's get Claire in. Okay. Bear with me. Sorry, guys. I'll be with you in a second. All right. There we go. Hopefully she jumps in. Just getting a message from the cat delivery man. Yeah, we'll be there in a second. Okay, all right, all good. A lot of drama going on. Quote with the race. I have no idea what that would be. Yeah, we'll see what these guys got to say. I want to see if Claire is going to jump in. Hopefully she does. It'd be great to hear jump in the comms box if you can. Awesome. All right. First of all, let's. I haven't got anyone to talk about what the summary was of the race, but prediction. Well, who will win the race? And unfortunately, did not go to the man that everyone voted for. It's gone to Idge, so we'll give that out. We'll pan that out there. So complete that prediction. Done and dusted. And the driver of the day also went to Idge as well. So first of all, well, it looks like we're only going to get to talk to you, J-Man. You unfortunately didn't get P3, but you are in the comms box, and I can't get Claire in. You obviously were going into this race. Let me get onto your car as well. Sorry, I do apologise. You were going into this race with a 15-second time penalty. Obviously, that didn't stop you, and we've had a bit of a drama tonight with a few red flags, but we got there in the end. How did you find the race, mate?
Well, I was just out there. I was just trying to like work with Edge just to pull away, and I nearly did. Unfortunately, that safety car kind of screwed me over. But what can I do? I think I finished around P8. I'm still happy with that. At least I finished this time after a pretty bad run of form since round 8. So I mean, it's on track P3, P8
Nine.
after the final
Well,
results,
pens.
but I don't
I don't
mind.
know on pens and stuff and that, but yeah, it looks like it's P9 at the moment. But we'll obviously check out the pending results, and I think that was the main thing. I think for you for the last few weeks, you've been involved in a few incidents. Some maybe yourself, some maybe others. That's what the stewards will have to say on that. Japan was obviously a very difficult one. I can say for that because that same thing happened to me in the same spot. But tonight, Thunder had some serious pace out there tonight. It looked like it was going to be a bit of an uphill struggle. He did pull away from the DRS quite earlier on, and you and Edge were working to each other, and we could see you were working with the DRS and stuff like that. Then the safety car came, and then what did you think? You had a bit of a lifeline there?
I was just like, it's really annoying. Like, I nearly pulled away from the Williams behind. Like, I just had to get around 15 seconds just to keep a podium. It's unfortunate, you know. But like, I don't really mind. I mean, I'm already out of contention. I just wanted one like decent result before it's finished. It's all said and done. I mean, like, I can count this. This is still a good result. I mean, it's unfortunate I got that pen. I don't know if that's totally my fault, but I mean, I can't really do much about it now. I'm still happy with the P3.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying to you in the chat, it looks like you've got a little bit of a fan club here, which is good to see. You obviously were engineered tonight. Who engineered you?
Well, it was a former member of Rush, former. Oh, it was Blade that engineered me at Blade Shifty.
Okay. Can I ask you an honest question? Sector
What is that like? I understand.
Sector
Oh,
3 DRS. You drove all the way down behind Edge in none when you could have overtaken him and won on track. Just a bit confusing going into Stowe, like why you wouldn't have done that. It was, yeah, obviously Thunderbolts had damaged his front wing and it looked like he wasn't going to catch, unfortunately, but you had the opportunity to overtake Edge easily. He had 30% more ERS, but you drove on none down the main straight. Just getting a bit of an understanding of what happened there. Is it because you wanted to finish the race clean? You didn't want to didn't want to make any mistakes. Like just asking because obviously we saw the overtake, we saw the change of the DRSs on the final lap. You had more ERS. It's on the final lap. It doesn't matter. You may have probably gained another spot. Because that's what you do. Obviously, if you've got a penalty, you try and push as much as you can and go as much as the lead because you never know. He may have spun and that could have crashed into Thunderballs, and you could have been 5 seconds out in front in the end before the rest of the guys finished. It wasn't the case. I'm just curious of why you didn't burn everything, burn baby burn on the final straight.
I mean, I didn't really want to interfere with their championship fight, so I kind of just stayed behind. And even if I did overtake, it didn't really change the result for me since I'm still gonna finish P8. Like, it didn't really change anything for me.
Okay, all good. No, that's fine. Good answer. I don't think it's risking anything at all. I think you're down the main straight. You're not going to risk anything when you're overtaking someone on the main straight. unless you are completely dumb and crash on a main straight, which we have seen, unfortunately. But yeah, I just wanted to ask because I was like, you had 30%, 40% more than the driver in front. And I just thought it would have. It's a very, very powerful DRS zone. So that's all. Going into next week at Jeddah, it's a difficult track, I've got to say. Sector 1, turn 2, turn 3, it's back to full quali. You've got to get it right because if you don't, it could be a painful night. Are you confident around Jeddah?
I mean, done Jeddah before, a couple races for league racing. It's not my best track, but I mean, it's definitely a tricky track, and it'll probably create some big incidents, I reckon. So just hope that everyone, if anyone's listening out there, stay careful, stay safe out there.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens because that is going to be one as well. Patience. And what, just question, I obviously haven't asked this, which I should have asked this in interviews. 100% on Silverstone, you enjoy that?
It's not that bad. Like I like him. Just this track's definitely good. I don't like how it's a bit too like reliant on DRS, so you can't really like chase up to like a car that's 5 seconds up the track. But I mean, it's definitely a good track, a historic track. It's not one that's like doesn't really shouldn't be there like Monaco, in my opinion. But it's a good track. 100% allows you to like try out different strategies, two stoppers. Obviously, it's a fun one, and you get all the laps to do whatever the hell you want.
Awesome. Well, no, congratulations. It's not the P3. It was a good race tonight. You did very, very well. Everything went to plan. Unfortunately, you didn't have another teammate, which was a bit of a shame. It's
Yeah.
been that way, unfortunately, I think this season for few drivers across the park. And it really does help, it really does help. The other driver helping you getting there, getting to the top. And it's like that in real life at the moment. Yuki is just not performing as much as Max is. And Max needs him there to help battle the McLarens, and unfortunately, it's not the same. But no, congratulations! You finished the race. Well done. Good race, and look forward to seeing you next week in Jeddah.
Thank you.
No worries. Okay, right, we'll head over to the McLaren. This man will probably be very frustrated and angry. Thunder, mate. This looked like a great night for you. Very, very well in qualifying. Looked like you were dominating the race from start to finish. You pulled that 5 second buffer, which people do say that 5 second buffer, it's a bit of a buffer, If you get a penalty and and all that, then you've obviously got 2 seconds. And the safety car came out, mate. And yeah, let me have your take on that.
Mm,
Okay, next question.
ve- very, very conveniently timed safety car.
He actually been.
What I do want to say though, like, I don't really want to comment on that. Like, mm,
Okay,
should be reviewed.
okay.
That's all I'm going to say about
It,
that.
it will be. It will be. Don't worry. It will be
Yeah,
reviewed.
good.
Same as before.
On the first start of the night, because we had the red flag restart, man, props to China. I don't know if it was on stream, but he and I were side by side through 7 turns, all through the straights, all through. It was, yeah, a hell of a first lap between China and I, and then obviously the red flag came out. And yeah, second restart, I just cooked it, man. I threw the hammer down, and away we went, and felt really good. Everything was going to plan. Had a good lead, and pit on lap 22, I think, to avoid the undercut. I knew that game says 24, strat says 24. Most people have been pitting on lap 22 and then doing 30 or 32 laps on the mediums. Tires felt good. Everything felt good. No real warnings or anything to speak of, so I wasn't really worried about a pen. I think I had 2 warnings, but I was comfortable. It was just a couple of brain fade moments that caught me out. Keeping an eye on that distance between Edge and J-Man and Sick Party. And then had a moment going through Chapel after the safety car. where I had to brake, or else I was going to go wide, and Edge was basically right on my bum at that point, and I knew I was going to be in trouble. He got me on the hanger straight, which I knew was going to happen. Um, and then there was a bit of a moment trailing him. I was probably carrying too much speed. I mean, I was driving 50 laps by myself, um, and just probably carrying too much speed for where my normal braking point was at. Going into that second last chicane there, and then clip the back of Edge. Um, sorry about that, Edge. Obviously, don't mean to make contact with you at all. And just, I was glad that it didn't throw him off or boot him into, the next kingdom. But yeah, turned the corner, and I knew J-Man had the penalty, but yeah, not really happy. Not being on the top step tonight, but is what it is. These things happen. We carry on and go to Jeddah.
Yeah, I can definitely tell in a little bit of the voice there, a little bit of frustration. I think you actually had this race in the bag. After the safety car restart, you pushed on, you pushed to 1.5, 1.6, you pushed the 2 second gap, and then obviously those mistakes, and they hindered you, especially coming out of
Yeah.
turn number 2. You went quite wide, and then Edge was right up your backside of 8.5 tenths, going up the hanger straight onto lap
Yeah.
50. And those are just the times where you do not want to be making mistakes as well. So it's unfortunate, really, really unfortunate to not see you get the win there, because yeah. And China, obviously, if China is listening, mate, I know you're probably throwing your head in your arms, mate, because tonight you had so many screen freezes. I just had no idea what to do on your side, mate, because I'm not on PC and I don't know if it's affecting me, but what a drive from him as well. So a massive, massive props to him. Jeddah next week. I've said the same thing to J-Man. It's a difficult track, the turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, all about sector 1. If you do not maintain that, you are going to struggle. But the sector 3 area is where we're going to probably see most of the overtakes. And hopefully these guys are going to give space and have the patience, because you do not want to be going 3 wide down there. We have seen massive accidents in Jeddah over the history of Rush. So how are you feeling going into that? It's getting close now to the close end of the season. So how do you feel about Jeddah and the remainder races?
I like Jeddah.
That's good.
I like Jeddah. I think it's a great track, so it's definitely one that'll skill check you with a wall.
I absolutely hate it. I'm not going to swear on stream. Another question, same with J-Man as well, because I am going to have to wrap up because I do have to be out of this house very soon. Did you enjoy Silverstone?
Yeah, man. I like the 100% races. I like the full races. Um, it's a good test. It's definitely a mental test. Much more prepared for it now these days than I was at the beginning of the season. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy the endurance style races, and before I duck out of here as well, like, just want to say, J-Man and Edge, like, great drives. You guys were there in the distance for the entirety of the race. You guys had great drives, and congrats on the win, Edge.
Well said, well said. Yeah, and all the best next week in Jeddah, and congratulations on the P2.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go over to Edge. I'm going to have to make this quick. Same questions as I do have to dip. Edge, mate, you were playing near enough second fiddle tonight with Thunder, and you were playing third fiddle as well with J-Man. You were switching around with the DRS, and obviously your qualifying was not the best. We saw you last night do very, very well in this race, and I don't know if you qualified that low yesterday. I'm not sure. I think you may have. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I have to double check. But qualifying wasn't the best, but you made yourself up through the pack, and you got to where you needed to be. So yeah, how did you find the race for you? as you've already done
Yeah,
it.
look, qualifying. Yeah, I was about to say qualifying wasn't the best. Obviously, points aren't won in one-shot qualifying though; they're won on track, as we've proved tonight. It's basically just keeping your head down. And look, I know Thunder had a bit of a gap, but that was obviously me trying to pull through from 15th all the way up to second. But by that safety car, we kind of proved that, yeah, Thunder does have the pace when it comes to 1 or 2 laps, but that Merc felt very quick today. And I'm just going to give a massive shout out to Shifty Wizard and Pep and Plugger all being my engineers. It was wonderful to have that much information coming in when I needed it. And in fact, actually had a bit of a commendation from the team when I was doing good laps and getting through all that traffic. But yeah, no, Thunder definitely did have that initial pace and that got him that lead initially, but I reckon I would have caught him by the end and at least made it an interesting race by that lap if the safety car didn't even come out. Caught everyone off by guard.
Really?
I was catching him by half a second pretty much every lap, every time he wasn't pushing, so we'll see. But, you know, race ended up how it did. Made the move, figured I can defend on the last lap if I need to. And then he made the mistake and hit on the back of me, lost his wing, and then luckily I was able to catch it enough to go from there, and we were good.
Yeah, that's that. Like, I'm hearing you, and that's a big thing to say. Obviously, when it looked like it was it comfortable, he had a 5-second comfortable gap to you, and then obviously did pull away in the obviously in the DRS and on the safety car restart, and you had J-Man that was following you most closely tonight. But yeah, it's interesting for you to say that because that's obviously a big confidence thing, and that's good. That's really good to see. But he made the mistake, and obviously sometimes, as you know, in driving in an F1, you've got to take them. You have really got to take those opportunities and grab it, and you did. And he did lose his front wing, and I think that was a bit of a drama. Tonight, which he'll be very angry with, and he'll probably hopefully learn from it. And you took the win and put some massive chunk into the opportunity of Tutora.
6 points now, Tutora.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. I'm just
updating it. Again, can't count out Thunderballs because he's also caught up as well when it comes to Tutora, but I have extended my gap out a little bit on him to 12 points now. But again, this is the division to watch. I've said it from the beginning. This is the division to watch because it's close. We're having good racing up the front. So, just need to do what I did tonight in every other track, and I should be fine.
It's 7,
but we'll see.
7 between you and Thunderballs, I think.
Yeah, but plus the 5 from tonight, it'll be 12. It's 7 now, but after tonight, it'll be 12.
Okay, all right, all good. Well, obviously pending results and stuff like that, so we'll have to wait and see. Great drive again. You've obviously had 2 bites of the cherry, and you got obviously a really good result yesterday, P4 and P1. Did that give you a little bit of?
And that was a. I was about to say last night was a P19 to P4, so I'm getting used to coming from the back of the grid and moving up.
In 100%ers, so you have the time to do it. That's the difference between the hundreds and the
100%ers are great. I'm loving them.
They are. Good.
We need more. Give us more.
A lot of people don't like them. But did that give you a bit of a benefit tonight? Because you done last night, and this is the thing that we're saying. The guys that jump in reserve from Div 6 to Div 5 gives them a bit of an opportunity to, see how they go. Did that give you a bit of a benefit tonight?
Yeah, look, I think it gives... I wouldn't say it gave me a benefit in comparison to the drivers that I was fighting, because obviously you got Thunderballs, J-Men, and Sec Party, who are all amazing drivers in Div 6 who were reserving up to Div 5.
Mm-hmm.
But it is that extra sort of practice that you do get that you may not have against like people in your own division or anything like that. It is racing people from a higher div, so you can kind of practice their lines and practice their how they're using all their ERS and everything. But yeah, I think my biggest one was the engineers tonight. I'll be honest, I don't think Div 5 was that much of a boost for me. Didn't really change my setup, didn't make me make any changes that made me faster, and in fact probably gave me a little bit too much confidence. But those engineers of Shifty, Plugger, Pep just grounding me tonight was great.
Awesome.
I can't thank them enough for it. This is my second win of Div 5 or Div 6, sorry, and I can't be more happier.
Yeah, well, that's good. Good to have engineers, good to have help behind the scenes, which is always good to see. Most of these drivers do, and it does make a massive, massive difference as well. So, no, good on you, man. Going into next week, Jeddah, 3 races left. How you feeling around there? Are you confident? Worried?
The only one that I'm worried for is the mystery round. I love Jeddah. I love Mexico. I've done races with them, with people from Div 3 and Div 4 as well. So I'm getting used to racing quicker and all that sort of stuff. So I can't wait for it.
Okay, awesome. Well, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else for me to say apart from congratulations on the win and congratulations on the drive of the day as well.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, that is it. I am going to have to shoot, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a very, very long night. I'm just going to fire in the Discord for this guy because he's after it. So bear with me very, very quickly. There we go. There you go, Akon. There's the Discord, mate. Feel free to jump in for all of that. Yeah, thank you very much to everyone tonight. Do apologise with the red flags and everything. It was a big night, 100% a race. I hope the comms was okay. Yeah, it was a tough night on the voice as well. So yeah, I hope you all, and you're in, awesome. Hope you all enjoyed it. More action still to go. Thank you very much, Coops. We hopefully we all do. Some people don't, but we won't go with that. But hopefully more action tomorrow night. More action again for the last race of the week, and that is Division 3. That is going to be very interesting. There will be a chart that will go up on stream tomorrow that will give you a bit of a heads up. So we know if Plugger can win under all of these examples. So looking forward to seeing that he could actually take the championship tomorrow night. So big opportunity there. But if it's anything to say by the kicks, then yeah, it could be an interesting one. We could see a big change around in the overalls this week. So keep an eye on that. But remember, tune in tomorrow night for more action for Division 3. Big up to all of our followers as well. Rancom, Mini Rawa, Mikor. Thank you very much for the bits, Baboon. Also Callum and Waddles. And yeah, that's everyone as well. Big up to our sponsors as well. Our main sponsor, AO369. Feel free to check them out in the comments. Also check out the rest of our sponsors as well. Pagnian, SimLab, and Speed Nation. Remember, check us out all on our socials as well. TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, and the biggest one is our Twitch. But don't forget our YouTube. Get amongst it. Get amongst our YouTube. More people, the merrier. We're trying to transfer everyone over from Twitch. But yeah, that is it. Thank you very much for a long enduro night. And I'll leave you a quote, as I always do. The Merc, the man of Edgemeister, back out on top, capitalizes on the points Detroit loses tonight. Div 6 is going to the wire. See you in Jeddah. Good night.